Today I'm going to do a review on the stainless steel bottle koozie by ChillSip. It is for 12-ounce beer bottles. This is just the box that it came in. And then we have the product itself. It did come with a bottle opener, kind of like on a keychain. Basic bottle opener. I would say it's probably made of stainless steel. Doesn't feel very durable. Honestly, probably get a couple uses out of it. And then on the outside we have like a neoprene jacket, I guess you'd say, for the koozie. Has a zip front, and then it has two little hooks here, so if you want to hook a strap to it or hook it onto something, then you can do that. Just honestly basic neoprene, nothing extremely stands out about it, you know, just basic product. And then we have the stainless steel koozie itself. As you can see, not a whole lot of design to it. It's very plain, which I'm not complaining about it. I think that's fine. It does have the company logo and then the company name at the bottom. And we'll go ahead and take it apart and talk about it real quick. We have the lid is the first thing. It's pretty much made of plastic. The ring that's in there that you can see is actually a rubber or silicone material, and that seals the bottle off and prevents it from leaking. And then we'll go ahead and unscrew the bottom here. This can be a little tricky to get on and off. So it's not the smoothest, but you just kind of have to play with it a little bit. This is the main part of the koozie itself. Flip it over, and as you can see, the stainless steel part of it is very thin. I'm not a fan of that. To me, that is poor quality. It feels very cheaply made. The stainless steel itself feels very cheap. I can actually squeeze it a little bit and feel a little bit of give in it, so that lets me know that it's not really sturdy and strong. And in all honesty, it's probably not going to last that long if you bang it on something or bump it, drop it. It's probably going to show some nicks very easily and dents, things like that. So I can't really say that it's going to be really durable, because in all honesty, it's probably not going to be. But this is what it looks like. It has the wide mouth here to fit the neck of the bottle up through. There is actually inside, let's see if I can pull it out. There is like a neoprene sleeve, that's what I call it at least. And it's pretty much just a piece of neoprene that's been sewn together to make a circle. This goes up in, lines the wall of the koozie here to add some insulation. So we'll go ahead and stick that back in there. When you're doing this, you have to be careful because this edge right here is very sharp. I've cut my fingers several times just taking that out and putting it back in. And the reason that I've had that in and out is because when you use it and you have condensation from the bottle that is inside, that neoprene actually absorbs it and then becomes wet. So in order to prevent any mold from forming, I have to pull it out and let it dry, because I just want to make sure that it is completely dry, just like I said, so mold doesn't start forming. And also, stuff like that can start to stink really bad if it gets wet and then close it up or it doesn't air out properly. So I tend to pull that out after every use just to let it air out, which in all honesty, I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but in my opinion, you shouldn't have to do that. So that's just kind of another, I guess, flaw that this has. Is, you know, you do have to do that and you do have to pay attention. It's not something that you can just, you know, stick your bottle in, use it, and then take your bottle out and be done. You have to check to make sure, you know, that it is dry and everything like that. And sometimes that can be a real pain to get in and out. And you do end up scratching your hand or cutting your hand, whatever the case may be. I've done both. So I guess that's maybe why I kind of feel like it's just annoying. But here's the bottom part that screws on to close up your koozie. This is just stainless steel. There is no insulation around the walls of this. There's a piece of neoprene that's been cut into a circle and glued to the bottom to fit just the bottom part here. That is the only insulation that is at the bottom of this, because even when you do put it on, the neoprene sleeve in this part stops right here, and then you do not have anything until the very bottom of this part. So you have this entire section here that has zero insulation. So to me, not really a fan of that. The Koozie itself does not insulate well. It's not a good insulator. It probably, like, I'd say it probably keeps it cold for about 10 minutes, and then after that you start seeing a change in the temperature, and you can actually see like almost has like a frosted look on the outside of the stainless steel part from the cold of the bottle inside of it. So I personally do not like that, because that lets me know that it's not insulated well, and that the cold temperature from the bottle is actually escaping and, you know, forming condensation on the outside of my bottle because it's being affected by the outside temperature. So again, it's just poor insulation. I don't feel confident using it in hot temperatures. Warm temperatures, probably not either, honestly. It doesn't keep stuff cold, and that's the sole purpose behind this. So it's, to me, it's just not a good product. And like I said, it feels very cheap, and it could have been like an amazing product, and I was very hopeful when ordering it, and I wanted it to be a really good product, and then I got it and it was like huge disappointment because it didn't insulate well. You know, there were all of these things that when I looked at it, I was like, well, you know, why isn't the bottom insulated, and different things like that, and it just kind of became a disappointing experience. But it is what it is, and we're gonna go on and I'll show you the other couple things that are kind of disappointing in my opinion. But I have a 12-ounce beer bottle with some water in it. I'm gonna go ahead and stick the Koozie on there. As you can see, I put that down flush with the bottom of this part of the Koozie, and this is how much of the bottle sticks out. And then I put the bottom on there, and you actually have to push the bottle down in order for it to go to the very bottom of the Koozie. Now after you're done, as you can see, very little of it shows. Now that's great if you're looking for discretion, you know, you want to keep what you're drinking hidden, things like that. That's great. I personally do not like it because when you're drinking, this wide mouth part of the Koozie gets in your way. You don't have a lot of room to drink without hitting this. And then there again, you have to make sure that this is clean. It's not something that you can just take your bottle out, throw your bottle away, and you're done. You have to actually make sure that you keep it clean, because if you do get alcohol on it, or whatever beverage that you're drinking, if you get that on the ring of that, again, it's going to start stinking and it's just going to be dirty. So you have to keep it clean, things like that. I'm not a fan of it. It seems to me like it is too tall for the bottle. You know, they should have done something a little bit differently, even if they would have made this not as wide, you know, tapered it more to the top of the bottle or something. But it's just my opinion. Again, other people may disagree, and I understand that. That's fine. So put the lid on. The lid goes on fairly easily, no problems with it, but it's on there, and that ring in there is supposed to seal the top of it so it does not leak. That's why I filled it with water. We're just going to kind of turn it upside down here, just kind of shake it a little bit and see, make sure that it doesn't leak. Now obviously you're not going to be doing this with a bottle of alcohol, but if for some reason it would get knocked over, we are going to kind of run my finger around it, and as you can see, it is dry. There is nothing, there's no evidence of water inside of here. I'm actually going to take the bottle out and see if there's any water on the neck of it where it would have ran down if it would have leaked. And you can see there is no water, nothing has run down. So it is leak proof. That is probably the only good thing I can say about this product. And I mean, in all honesty, I don't like doing negative reviews on products, but people rely on other customer reviews, and I know I do, so I'm going to be as honest as I can in my reviews because I know other people will depend on them the same way that I do. Again, I think the company could have made some changes to make this a better product. I think it's an excellent idea. They just executed it really poorly, and in doing that, I personally cannot recommend this product to anyone because I know how excited I was to order it and then how disappointed I was when I got it and used it, and I just can't sit here and say, yeah, go buy this product. So I do apologize that it was a very negative review, and that the only good thing that I could find about this product was the fact that it was leak proof, as I showed you. But you know, if for some reason that you do want to look at the product, whatever the case may be, I will put the link in the description below. And thanks for watching.